Hey guys, Sarah with the Wreath Shop here, trying to get you situated. I hate how our lighting looks in here. Hi! Thanks for hopping on, glad to see y'all here. I'm gonna make a pastel snowflake swag. If you saw last week, I made this pink gingerbread snowflake swag, and I had been wanting to use the pastel snowflakes as well, so we're going to put these together on a swag. I've already got the mesh done. You can see here. I did, this is a 30-inch white swag, and I cut up an entire roll of the white snowdrift mesh, and I cut 24-inch pieces. So I cut 15 pieces at 24 inches each. Just cut it all up, and then you cruffle it. We do the cruffles, roll in the edges, and then scrunch it up in the center to give you a cruffle. And I just did them down, up and down, across, whatever, just so they're on each side and filled in accordingly. Let me throw this one back in there. If you are new to us, you can find us at thewreathshop.com. We sell all of your wreath making supplies, tree decorating supplies, and decor, all the fun things. We ship out of our warehouse north of Dallas, Texas. We offer free shipping at $89 or more, and you get loyalty rewards. You get 5% back towards your future purchases. There we go. That's what it is. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Sharon. Thanks for hopping on, guys. What is today? Today is Thursday. It's Friday Eve. Whoop, whoop. And don't forget, Sonia will be live tonight. She's going to make a gorgeous snowy magnolia wreath on a grapevine. Ready for that one. Those magnolias are gorgeous. Sonia loves them. She can't wait to use it. I'm going to try to get you kind of out of my face a little bit. I feel like, right there. Yeah, what's everybody doing this weekend? I just picked up my brother from the airport. He's in town for the weekend, but he stays with my mom, so I don't have to entertain him all the time. Okay, so I've got these two pastel snowflakes. I had this ribbon, this open ribbon, just sitting here. I think it was from the hot chocolate bar wreath kit, maybe. And I thought, well, that goes perfect. I may have to go grab another roll. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but it's the Swiss dot, the mint Swiss dot ribbon. And no, of course, I didn't create a link for all of this stuff. Sorry. And then we have this pale pink snowflake ribbon, which of course is perfect. And I'm sure we'll probably throw in some of the white 7/8 inch. See, perfect, love it. What else? Went picking through the stuff. What did I find? Where are they? Okay, so for some sprays to add in, we have these fun glitter twig sprays. I might use those. We have these white iridescent magnolia leaves. It's like the V foil cut. Get those. I think we'll probably put those in there. Fun. Hey there. Hello. Thanks for hopping on, guys. We also have these pink ones. These are fun. They're glitter pink magnolia leaves, and those are big leaves too. I might use both. I don't know. Always just play around and see what happens. It's definitely a darker pink than this, but sometimes you don't have to have all the same shades. It's fine, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna get started. First thing, I have to figure out how I wanna put these on. So these have the sawtooth hangers on the back. It makes it easy to attach with the chenille stem, zip tie, whatever. We have white chenille stems that would be perfect on the white swag. And again, you can find these in scissors, cutting mats, the rotary cutters, which make it super easy for cutting your mesh. You can find all of this at thewreathshop.com. If you click on other and then go to tools, you will find all of these all of your everyday necessities for wreath making. So I have to figure out, let's see, let me point y'all down so you can see what I'm doing here. I think I want the pink on the top and this one on the bottom, and we'll just kind of do them overlaid and cattywampus like that. We'll try it, see how it works. So I'm just gonna run this through my sawtooth hanger. And attach it to my swag. And let's see, I do kind of want it on one side. Normally I attach things down around the spine, but since I want this over to the side of it, I'm going to take this branch and fold it in half and tie that PVC branch around itself down at the base of where it meets the spine of the swag, if that makes sense. And so my chenille stem is running through that loop. So I just made a loop with a branch from my swag, and then I'm attaching the chenille stem. I don't need a whole one. Hold on, let me cut my chenille stem in half because that's going to be too long. Oh Lord. Okay, so I've got a smaller piece of a chenille stem there. And I think what I'm gonna have to end up doing is wrapping another chenille stem around one of these legs of the snowflake so it really stays in place. You can also just use the branch of the swag itself to wrap it around if you'd like. But it's a little bit more bushy. Okay, twisted that down on there. I'm going to tuck my chenille stem away. Ooh, that is actually staying put really well. It doesn't move. We'll try it just like that. So I'm going to shove it down to the side a bit, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Run my chenille stem through, and I want to overlap this a bit. Get it where I want it, place it on the swag where I want it. You can create a loop with the branch or with the chenille stem. Put that through there. Oops. Okay. I'm going to twist my chenille stem nice and snug around the PVC branch from the swag, and I'm going to fold that branch down and wrap it around itself as well so that doesn't go anywhere. That one didn't end up quite as tight as I'd like it. You can just twist that some more until it gets tight enough. I'm just spinning it. Look guys, use whatever method you want or you need to get something where you like it, just how you like it. That is a little wonky. That one is a little wonky, so I'm just gonna take another piece of a chenille stem. Or a branch. Let's see. Actually, I can just twist everything and get it how I want it. See, trying to find some branches to use. There we go. See, I just pulled up some branches and stuck it in between the little snowflake legs, tines, whatever you want to call it, and it helps hold it just where I want it. Okay, so we've got that for now. I'm going to get ready to do some ribbon, do some bows. What's everybody doing this weekend? Like I said, my brother's here. We are going to, my husband's birthday is on Tuesday, I think it is, the 18th. I think that's Tuesday. Y'all, where's my bow maker? And my son is a knight at Medieval Times, and we haven't gone to see him perform in a while. So we're gonna go and take my brother and the family and go see Colby be a knight at Medieval Times and celebrate. It's super fun. Have y'all been? It is so much fun. If you haven't been, you gotta go. They feed you at like a Renaissance meal. It's like half a chicken, but they call it a dragon, half a dragon, and they give you tomato soup, but they call it dragon blood, and you're not allowed to use utensils. They give you no utensils. You have to use your hands to eat. And they give you like toast and an eclair or something for dessert. But it's so much fun. The knights joust, and there's like a display with a hawk that flies around. There's the king and queen and all that stuff. The knights fight each other with real swords and shields. It is real. My son has scars on his forehead to show it. Okay, y'all, my scissors are missing. Hold please. I think they're in the other, nope, here they are. They're on the floor for some reason. Don't ask me how they got there. It is so much fun. We haven't been a while, so I'm excited to go see him joust and fight and do all the things. And I paid, don't tell my husband, but we paid extra for him to get knighted. He's gonna do the knighting ceremony, and he gets like a light up sword and all this stuff. It's fun, it's cute. Okay, I'm just gonna leave a long tail here. I don't think I'm even gonna use my bow maker. I'm just going to wing this. See if I can do a bow by hand. I'll tell you how long my loops end up being. These are 5 inches. I'm gonna start with the pink and do 4 loops. What is happening here? See, I don't have the hand strength because I don't do bows by hand ever anymore. And that's where a bow maker comes in handy. If you don't have the hand strength, use your bow maker. here's the first one. And I'm just gonna do a mint colored bow on top of that. Again, leaving a long tail. I'm just going to do 2 loops with this one on each side. And then use my 7/8 inch. I get so inspired watching some people make bows so easily and quickly by hand. It just looks elegant and effortless. Do y'all watch John Mark? Is it John Mark? Right? That's his name. Do his, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. He uses all the big expensive ribbons and does it so easily and quickly and effortlessly. And a lot of times, like what he'll do and what you can do is just, whoa! I had a gingerbread poinsettia get in the way. You can just make a big bow and take a big greenery swag and just stick your big old bow on the top. Maybe throw some sprays on there and voila, you have a beautiful, super easy and quick swag. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do this with a chenille stem because I do have white zip ties out here. Yes, we do have both black and white zip ties. So I'm going to place my zip tie over the center of my bow and have my chenille stem back here. Trim that off. Well, I feel like I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. It's hard when you don't make things in forever and then try to get back into it. I think just might be getting into it. Okay, I'm going to attach this up at the top. I think I'm going to do it kind of off to one side. So the pink snowflake is over on this side, and I'm going to do the bow slightly over to the other side. And I am just twisting the chenille stems tightly onto one of the swag branches. So, of course, I left these tails long, not thinking about what side they would be on. Let's see if I can hang this up. See better. There, you can kind of see better. It's hard, I think it's hard for y'all to see that pink one in there. So I'm gonna take this tail here and roller coaster it up across over here. And I'm just going to twist it in with these branches. And then I will dovetail that. Let's see. I'll do the same with that, but up a little higher. I can find some branches up there. There we go. Kind of just looks like another loop up there. Looks like I have a bunch of extra loops. I think I'm just gonna cut this tail short. Oh gosh, I hate it when I do that. Do y'all ever do that? You go to cut your dovetail and cut it the wrong direction. Now you just lost a good ½ inch of ribbon or more. It's a little shorter than I'd like that tail, but it's fine. Roller coaster this one down here. I like having the pop of the mint color. It's a little bit bolder. I like having it in between the white and the pink so it's not so drawn out. And I'm just taking a branch and wrapping it around my ribbon. And I'm gonna leave this pink tail. I'll leave it to drape. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Sherry. I know, the pastels are fun. They're really fun for winter. So this is something you could use for Christmas and or winter. Could be left up all winter long. Where'd my ribbon go? See how this has this long tail hanging down? I don't like that. I don't care for it. I'm just gonna clip it. You can also, actually, rather than clip it, just in case I end up wanting it for something, I'm just going to double it up and wrap it around another branch. So basically just made a loop down there. I just don't like a big long tail hanging down there. And I'm gonna do, I think I am going to do another full bow at the bottom, but I'm only gonna do 2 loops on the pink. and not have as long of tails, because this is at the bottom. It's just going to be a smaller bow. How long is that? It's about 4.5 inches. I think those loops probably ended up being like, my phone on do not disturb. Sorry, hold on. You there? Okay. So I'm just making a smaller bow. Do 2 loops of each ribbon. This is where I'm gonna run out of this Swiss dot ribbon soon. Julie, if you happen to be watching or listening, can you get me some more mint Swiss dot ribbon, please? Look to see if I have any on the shelf. I don't think I do. I love this ribbon. These colors, isn't it amazing? You can use these for Christmas and winter. You can use them for Easter and spring. Do my white. I do not, again, I don't need a whole big chenille stem, so I'm going to cut it about in half, run it along the back of my bow. There's my zip tie. And then zip tie everything together. What is everybody making this Christmas? Are y'all doing mesh and whimsical fun stuff, or grapevines with greenery, or a mix? Or are you doing something completely different? Not even wreaths. Making little centerpieces or other crafts. Y'all, I just zip tied that on there and somehow my chenille stem was not on there. I don't know what happened. Apparently I dropped it. Let's try that again. My chenille stem and the zip tie. Sure would appreciate it, guys, if you shared about the wreath shop. You can share our lives, share our posts, tell your friends. If you're in the wreath making groups, share us. We do ship very quickly. We have great customer service. We have easy returns available. And you get loyalty rewards towards your future purchases. Okay, got my chenille stem on there this time. So this one's gonna go down here on the bottom. Again, I'm going to tie this chenille stem, give it some good twist just around one of the swag branches, and then twist and tuck those tails away. fluff. And don't forget to dovetail your ends. Who is ready to start doing Valentine's already? Anybody? Is anybody starting Valentine's? I've noticed that we've started to get some orders with some Valentine's things in there. I don't know if they're just stocking up and getting ready, or if they're actually ready to start making Valentine's. I am not there yet. I can tell you that. Okay, I'm gonna do some cheater bows before I start putting sprays in. So this is where these usually end up being 24 inches. So basically, if you fold it in half, it's 12 inches. How we normally do ribbon tails. So you just double it and you've got 24 inches. Pardon me. Ow! So you can cut your ribbons ahead of time if you'd like. I just do it on the fly as I go. And I just kind of match my ribbons up together to make sure they're the same sizes. So then we take our ribbon, it's folded in half, we pinch it. I don't do it halfway, I do it slightly closer to the top, just a little bit. Fluff that and then twist the back tail so that it shows, so you see the pattern everywhere. And I'll put the next one on top of that. Again, twist that back one so you can see it. Oops. And then we'll do the white on top. And I'm just going to use a branch to tie it in. No need for a chenille stem. Fluff it. I'm gonna do that again. If you have any questions, you're here, whether what I'm making or just about the wreath shop or anything, go for it. I am the owner of the wreath shop. Again, if you're new, you can find us at thewreathshop.com to get all of your quality wreath making supplies. We ship Monday through Friday. We have free shipping at $89 or more. We offer tons of wreath kits, but they do sell out quickly whenever we do have new ones. So you gotta grab them while you can. Sonia just made a real pretty swag kit the other night. She's live on our Facebook page Tuesday and Thursday nights at 7 p.m. She'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. She'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Central doing the Snowy Magnolia kit that's new. And then there's another classic greenery Christmas wreath kit that she'll be doing on Tuesday next week. We've also done some trees for you to make some collections. Oh, thank you, Sonia. What was I saying? Oh, we've also done some trees and made some collections and put them together. So you can go on the website, click on themes, and you can find some of the Christmas trees we've done, like the rustic lodge one, the red, green, and gold jewel one. There's a burgundy and hunter green one. And I think I still have, I might have some left up from last year as well. Probably out of a lot of that stuff, but it'll give you an idea. And you can always find more things to fill in to match and coordinate. See, I was afraid to try to use 2 snowflakes on one of these last week when I did the gingerbread one, but I think it works well. I really like these colors together. See how much more I can get out of this roll. We're doing pretty well. So this ribbon was from the hot chocolate wreath kit, hot chocolate bar, I think. And so if you get that kit, you could still, and make that wreath, you could still have ribbon left over to do something like this swag. See, sometimes it's good to have leave your ribbon and all your junk leaving out after you're done with another project instead of putting it away, because voila, gave me an idea to use on this one. I didn't have to go hunting for ribbons. I feel like I'm just having a much easier time with this one than I did on the gingerbread one for some reason. Probably because the gingerbread one was my first swag to make in a really long time. Now that I got one under my belt, it's a little bit easier. So the more you make, the easier it becomes. Then I have to go back to doing the greenery stuff, which I usually do, but I haven't again in a long time. So I got to figure that out again. So as you can see, I'm just kind of zigzagging along here. I did one here, one here, one here, just like your triangle placement. It's the same as when you're decorating a tree. You've got something tall and vertical. You're gonna zigzag, triangulate. And we'll add some ribbon tails over there. And then I think we might be done with the ribbon. We'll see. also had a big old Starbucks vanilla latte earlier today, and that has really helped. I got the energy today. Finish up these ribbon tails, and then we'll start adding in sprays. Okay, got my hot glue gun on, I think. Yes, thank goodness. Clean up here a bit for just a second. Get all these ribbon tails away. Okay, let's see what we want to do here. We definitely want to do some of the iridescent sparkly white. Do we want the sequin pink also? I think we need that for some pops of color in there. We'll have the two different shades of pink in there. This is the part that I have a harder time with, trying to decide where to place everything and make sure it gets glued in just right. But we're gonna separate each stem and use each stem individually. Like each leaf, that's what I mean. Some people just fly through these. You watch them making them. I don't know how they go so quick. Can't even see what I'm doing here. Okay, we're gonna start placing these. I have these bigger 2 leaves that I'm gonna start with. We probably need to go closer to the top because they're so big. I'm just gonna kind of stick them in there at first before I commit and glue everything in. Okay, I'm not digging that, guys. And that's why we stick them in there first. I do not like those. They're too bold and stand out too much, so we're not going to use those. Let's see how these iridescent ones look. I tried the florals, but all the florals I pulled look, they all look more off-white than white. Let's see, because I really like this. That might work. I think that'll work, actually. I like those. Okay, we're gonna use this. This is XX8430. I think it's the white cedar, I wanna say. Bring some into snowflakes and see how it looks. Let's see. The pink, I think I should bring the pink into the snowflakes. I just don't know how to use these little magnolia lilies. I am not an expert designer, obviously. I think they just stand out so much. I think they just stand out too much. So we're gonna try this white cedar spray, whatever it is. This one, I usually just separate each stem from the main stem and just pull it off, but this one is tough. They are really on there. Also, if you know what you're going to use beforehand, a lot of times it's key if you take your spray and separate it all, and before you do anything else, you can just lay this down and attach it to the spine in the center, and you already have all these natural branches in there. You can do that with 2 of them even. I always lay my stems out and check the different sizes to see if they do have different sizes. I think these are all pretty identical. These are. So a lot of times if you have a whole stem together and you put it all together, it'll look very yellowish, but then if you separate it, it looks much more white and looks better. Oh yeah, definitely, I like that. these are kind of really long too. If you can see, there's two shorter ones and this one on the longer, so we might have to cut those and use them separately. I think we're gonna do that. I don't like how far those are sticking out. Look, I just took one long stem and I twisted these together so I have these three spread out now, which gives me more coverage width-wise, and it's not going to stick out so far. Ow. I'm going to start gluing these in. You want to try to get your sprays to glue onto the mesh. That's why we need that mesh base to make your project full, but also so we have something for our things to cling to. I would also recommend adding some snowflake sprays, some glittery white snowflake sprays. We just don't have a ton left, so I don't want to use them for my project. I'd rather y'all be able to use them for yours. So if you're needing some snowflake sprays, you better go grab them up quick because they're almost gone. Again, I'm taking each piece that I separated, each stem that I took off, I'm cutting down farther. Then I'm going to use these three pieces together. Checking my glue pot, it's not quite ready yet. I didn't have that turned on soon enough. We'll get these added and see how it looks. See what else we need. You jiggle it around a little bit, those ends will have something, find something to stick onto with the glue. Thought I bought all the white sprays. Oh no, girl. We still have some. So here's the thing. You have to realize that we have sprays in multiple places. So you can look under the decor to pick some sprays and look at white stuff, but you also need to remember to check winter florals and look up the white stuff, because these would be under the florals instead of the picks and sprays. That's what I thought so too. I'd been having trouble finding white sprays to use in things. We can never keep enough white in stock, but then said, let me check the florals. And look what I found. This is still from the first spray, so I still have a whole nother spray I can use. We have a bunch of glitter bay leaf sprays in there still too, the white ones. Gold is also really hard to keep in stock this time of year. Gold flies out the door. But check the, if you're looking for gold, you can always check champagne also, because the champagne is often very gold, especially like I just replaced some of the gold sprays on the green, gold, and red Christmas tree out there with champagne ones, because they're covered in gold glitter and they look very gold. I'm always surprised by stuff we keep in stock. Sonia and I are always going back on the spray aisle looking for something, and we'll just come across something that's sticking out of a box. We're like, ooh, what is this? This is pretty. Snowflakes in my way. Over the glue gun. Okay, I just finished with one spray, so now I'm going to start cutting up the other one. Very crooked. That looks very crooked. Done any better? I don't know. Cutting these down. Could also, I was thinking we have pink candy canes, pink and white pink candy cane sprays that you could add in if you wanted. Kind of liking it just like this. I would love it if I had some pale pink sprays to add in. I just couldn't find anything. Well, I forgot to look for mint. I don't think we have any mint left either. We're getting down to slim pickings, y'all. It's November. There's not a whole lot left. I think we have plenty of ribbon. We have lots of ribbon. We have plenty of ornaments for sure. We have lots of ornaments, lots of ball ornaments. You could add some pale pink balls on this wreath too. I might grab some. I keep looking at the ones I've got on this gingerbread swag right here. I keep wanting to rip them off and try them on here. Y'all see anything while you're sitting there looking at it? You probably have to zoom in. It's kind of far away. See if there's anything I need to add, let me know. I think I need some more color up here. We're gonna need some more of the mint up in here. We're gonna put some of that greenery right in there. Or whitery greenery. This is my last piece of mint. Could do a little, that'll work. It's got one little loop and one tail. That's all we've got left. I'm just pulling some of these mint colored tails up and inwards a little bit more to bring some more color up towards the center instead of it all going to the outside. And I do still need the glue in these sprays. I haven't finished. No idea what just fell. that's about all I have. Okay, and finally I'm going to stick this one going upwards behind the snowflake. I have some stray string on this mesh that's causing problems. I don't even know where it's coming from. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to lay this down on my table to finish it up, but you guys can see, thanks Karen, and you guys can see pretty much how it looks for now. I might add some balls or touch it up, but thanks for hopping on, and go shop at thewreathshop.com. Happy crafting.